Hi, my name is Sarah Hartzler, and this is my presentation on why Game Over Escape Rooms is a great business that you should definitely purchase in. You should definitely play a room, and here's why. First of all, why you should book a room with them. They are immersive and the best escape room you can buy. It is a great way to have fun with your family, interact with your coworkers, and have fun with their friends. They are open late night, so it's a great thing to do downtown when you're trying to find something to do. They're also open in the daytime and in the mornings, so it's a great option to do something with your family if you guys have nothing to do during a rainy day, or a team building exercise with your coworkers. First of all, what is an escape room? A very important question that a lot of people actually don't know the answer to. To be simple, an escape room is an immersive room where the game master, the person in charge of watching your room, will lock you in a room for an hour. You have 1 hour to escape the room by solving all of the puzzles inside of the room with clues or without clues, and making it out and finding the final objective. Escape rooms vary differently. They have different levels of hardness. They also have different themes, which we are going to cover more later in this slideshow. Price points are very important. Game Over Escape Room is a premier escape room, meaning that they're a little bit more expensive than other escape rooms, but they make up for that by being more budget-friendly for bigger groups and having way more immersion and higher quality inside of the rooms. Tickets start off at $45 per person for a group of 2, and then prices go down from there. It caps at $37 per person with 5 people, and it ranges from 5 to 8 for that price point, just so Game Over can continue to make a profit while still having a budget for bigger groups like birthday parties, big group hangouts, or corporate events. How does an escape room work? First, your escape room master will have you guys put up your phones in a locker. That way you can't access any clues on your phones. Then they will go over the rules, make sure everybody is comfortable, make sure everybody is prepared for the room, and ask if anybody has any questions. That way everybody is the most prepared for the room that they can be. Then they'll put them in the room. They'll have them watch 2 videos, a fun story video and a rules video explaining what you can and what you can't do inside the room. And then the timer will start. They'll have 1 hour to complete the room and solve all of the puzzles. It varies how many puzzles you have to solve depending on the room and the room difficulty, but once you do solve all of the puzzles, a green alarm will sound off and your game master will open the door, welcoming you to finish your room and congratulating you. If you do finish within a certain amount of time, say the quickest finish for that room is 28 minutes, you beat it in 27 minutes 30 seconds, then congratulations, you get on the leaderboard. You got to input your team name, everybody is happy, everybody's having a great time, and it'll stay on their leaderboard outside of the lobby until another group beats your time, which could be a very long time actually. It is very rare that someone beats a leaderboard, so when they do, it is definitely a really giant moment for that group to experience. Better than the rest. You see, Game Over Escape Room is simply better than the rest in the way that they're more immersive and they're more professionally done. A lot of escape rooms have padlocks inside the room, and you have to constantly try to open a padlock. That can be very tiring. What Game Over Escape Room does is they have electronically smart rooms, meaning that, say, you solve an activity, you knock over some cans, and the room senses that and triggers something else to happen. So the puzzles can be a lot more creative inside their rooms. Say, for the horror circus example, you're playing horror circus themed games instead of just solving a bunch of riddles, which can be a lot more interactive and fun for most groups. Now let's go over some of the rooms. Start off with their second hardest room, the Lost City of Atlantis. This room is really fun for families, but I wouldn't really recommend it for someone with trouble seeing, because in the room, as you can see, the only source of light are blue dancing lights. It's a very aesthetically pleasing room, and it is a very fun room for parents to do with their kids. The room is quite large, so it's good for corporate booking events as well, and it has a very special feature. There is a waterfall, a real waterfall inside the room that acts as a door, and you have to figure out a way to turn off the waterfall in order to get into another room. This one is very popular with families, and the objective is simple. You guys have found the Lost City of Atlantis, but there has been a curse set upon it. You guys have an hour to find the trident in order to break the curse on Atlantis or be stuck in there forever. So that is the objective you have to face within the hour mark. Next up, we have the Horror Circus. It is a medium difficulty room inside Game Over, and it is their only scary room. This one is very popular with teenagers and young adults, especially popular during Halloween. And a lot of people get very scared in this room. Now, Game Over Escape Room does not have any live actors for the safety of the participants of the game as well as the game masters, but it is very still scary inside the room. They have a lot of animatronics in the room that will pop up or be set off by completing a puzzle or two, so it's very important that you know that you will be getting scared once you are inside this room. The objective is very simple. You guys have found a haunted horror circus, but you've lost your friend along the way. The objective is very clear for this. You have 1 hour to find your friend and escape before the evil clown who's taken over the circus comes to get you too. In the room, you have to play a lot of circus-themed activities in order to solve the puzzles. They're very creative puzzles, meaning you have to have a very smart and creative brain in order to solve this room. It is very dark inside the room, so I would not recommend it for anybody who has trouble seeing. And you do have unlimited hints, which are definitely needed for this room. Next up, we have Illuminati, which is their hardest room. It's a conspiracy theory room, so if you like conspiracy theories, I highly recommend this room. It centers around the Illuminati and the Vatican and the theories that surround them. Your goal is to find the Holy Grail left somewhere inside your old professor's room before the Illuminati can get their hands on it because they've stuck their way inside the Vatican. It starts off in the professor's office, and you have to solve multiple clues in order to find the Holy Grail. It is their hardest room, meaning there are more puzzles, and the puzzles are harder to solve, but you do get unlimited hints, and game masters are always here to help. So if you're up for a challenge, I definitely recommend the Illuminati. Next up, we have the School of Magic, which is their least hard room. I say least hard because people assume that it is the easiest. It's not very easy. It is just the least difficult room that Game Over Escape Rooms has because all of the rooms are pretty difficult. It is a Harry Potter inspired room, and the room was actually designed by the people who designed the sets for the first Harry Potter movie, so it's very accurate to the details in there. You have 1 hour to complete the tests and stop the Dark Wizard by obtaining the Sorcerer's Stone. It is inspired by the first Harry Potter movie, and you see a lot of amazing magic happen. You guys actually get a smart wand that is electronically powered, and you have to cast spells throughout the room in order to perform activities, activate spells, and create and finish the puzzles. This one is definitely great for a lot of younger audiences. We see a lot of families come in here, and it's definitely recommended if you're looking for just a fun, easy time with your family and friends. Now, why should Game Over Escape Room expand in Wilmington? Well, simply put, it's the best for Wilmington. Now, we know we have 3 types of main activities for Wilmington since we are a tourist town and we're located right on the beach. We have, of course, the beach, which is very popular in the summertime, but isn't really popular in the wintertime or on the days that it rains. We also have parks, which are very popular in the spring and summertime, but of course not very popular when it rains and not very popular in the ice cold winter or at night. Nobody really wants to be at the park at night. We also have shopping, which is fun on a rainy day, but a lot of our shopping centers are located outside, so you have to traverse through the rain, and nobody really wants to do that. Additionally, shopping can get boring after a while, and it's not something you really want to do with the family, as kids get bored with shopping very easily. The answer to this is simply do an escape room. You know, it's very climate controlled and you're guaranteed to have a fun time with your family. So if you do an escape room, you won't have to worry about how cold or hot it's going to be, if it's going to rain. It's a great idea to do during the winter time, which is where Wilmington needs to capitalize. There's not a lot of stuff you can do in the winter time in Wilmington, and an escape room is a great way to do that. Now, we see actually a lot of people come in from other states in the Wilmington area during the winter time at Game Over Escape Rooms simply just to play their rooms. People love escape rooms, escape room people, and they'll travel 2-3 hours maybe just to come play our rooms, and that's also bringing more business for Wilmington restaurants, Wilmington shopping areas, Wilmington hotels and Airbnbs and things like that. So it's a great addition to the Wilmington ecosystem. Now, why should you go to a Game Over Escape Room? Simply put, they are better than the rest, and customers know that. They have over 1,400 reviews right now, and if you look at the statistics for the other escape rooms, you'll see that they have a pie chart here seeing just 1 month, and the Game Over Escape Room is dominating most of the pie chart, actually, compared to its top 2 competitors, Greenlight Escape Room and Exit Games. Now, 99% of people give Game Over Escape Room a 5-star rating when they review it, which is absolutely amazing. Now, if you please be so kind as to watch this video I've made showing off Game Over Escape Room's lobby and what people have to say about escape rooms. Thank you.